Ever wondered what lay beneath the armor of Rome's legendary gladiators? Join us as we dive deep into the unspeakable, kinky secrets of the sex lives of Roman gladiators. Chapter 1. Gladiators' Social Status and Appeal. Ever wondered if gladiators were the ancient world's equivalent of rock stars? Well, hold on to your chariots, because we're about to spill the beans on the unspeakable, kinky sex lives of Roman gladiators. You know, when we think of gladiators, we picture these hunky fighters in sandals and skirts duking it out in the Colosseum. But let's talk about what really made these guys fascinating beyond their killer moves in the arena. Imagine this. Gladiators weren't just tough guys. They were the original heartthrobs of Rome. Think about it. They had the kind of appeal that could make women swoon from the stands. Why, you ask? Well, stick around and we'll tell you. First things first, gladiators were like the underdogs of the ancient world. They were often slaves or prisoners, and their social status wasn't exactly sky high. But here's the twist. That lowly status made them mysterious and forbidden fruit for many Roman women. It's like they had this aura of bad boys that women couldn't resist. Now, I bet you're wondering, what's so kinky about this? You won't believe this, but some Roman ladies thought gladiator sweat was like a magical love potion. Yes, you heard that right. They believed dabbing a little gladiator sweat could ignite their passions. Talk about a unique perfume choice, but it doesn't stop there. We've got stories of women who went wild for gladiators, even risking social stigma just to get closer to them. It's like the Roman version of screaming fangirls at a concert, but with a saucy twist. Chapter 2. Evidence of gladiatorial sexuality. So, you might be thinking, where's the proof? Fair question. We're not talking about gladiator diaries filled with heart doodles, but we do have some spicy hints. First up, archaeological finds. Picture this. Ancient perfume bottles filled with gladiator sweat. Yep, you heard that right. Romans believed that a dash of gladiator perspiration could make anyone irresistible. So, next time you dab on some Chanel No. 5, just remember you're not the first to go wild for a strong, sweaty scent. And speaking of blood, oh yeah, we're going there. Some Romans believed gladiator blood was like a love potion. If that's not a wild pickup line, I don't know what is. Is that gladiator blood on your toga, or are you just happy to see me? But wait, there's more. Ancient graffiti wasn't all about Kilroy was here. Nope, it featured a whole lot of gladiator fan art. Imagine Roman teenagers doodling hearts around their favorite gladiators' names. Gladiator fangirling, it's a thing. Now you might be wondering, was this all just some bizarre fetish? Well, not quite. Gladiators held a unique place in Roman society, and they knew it. They were the rock stars of their time, and women couldn't resist their sweaty, blood-soaked charm. Chapter 3. Gladiators in Roman Society. You've seen those movies where gladiators are portrayed as the coolest warriors on the Roman block, right? But were they truly living the high life, or just sweaty, sword-wielding folks? Imagine you're in ancient Rome, and there are these guys, gladiators. They're like the rock stars of their time. People cheered for them. They had fan clubs. Yep, you heard that right. And even women were going all heart eyes emoji for them. But here's the twist. They weren't exactly living the high life in a luxurious villa with a view of the Colosseum. See, gladiators had a pretty low social standing. They were often slaves or prisoners, and their lives were about as glamorous as a soggy toga on a rainy day. Now, here's the juicy part. There were different types of gladiators, like the ones who were basically forced into the arena, the slaves, and the ones who kinda chose to be there, the free guys. Can you imagine picking a job where you might end up as lion food? But wait, there's more. Gladiators weren't just entertainers, they were also kinda like laborers. They had to train hard, risk their lives in battles, and even their sweat and blood were commercialized. Yep, you heard that right. People were buying gladiator sweat. So here's the deal. Gladiators were a mix of social outcasts, adrenaline junkies, and performers. They might not have been sipping wine with the emperor, but they sure knew how to put on a show and make a living. Chapter 5. Gladiators as bodyguards. Imagine you're a Roman VIP, and you need someone to watch your back, someone with muscles on their muscles. Who do you call? That's right, A gladiator. They were like the original bouncers of ancient Rome. Now you might think, why on earth would a gladiator want to be a bodyguard when they could be hacking and slashing in the Colosseum? Well, it turns out it wasn't just about the paycheck. Gladiators made some pretty sweet bodyguards for two reasons. They were tough as nails, and their intimidating presence kept troublemakers at bay. But here's the twist. Hiring a gladiator wasn't just about security. It was also a bit of a status symbol. Imagine rolling up to a fancy Roman dinner party with your very own gladiator escort. You'd be the talk of the town. And did I mention, these gladiators often got up close and personal with their employers? Yeah, it wasn't just about guarding. They also provided a different kind of service. Let's just say, if you had a gladiator as your bodyguard, your personal life got a lot more interesting. Chapter 6. Female Gladiators. What do you get when you mix fierce fighting, flashy attire, and a dash of Roman extravagance? Well, you get female gladiators. That's right. Roman times weren't all togas and senators. They had a secret weapon, badass women in the arena. Now, let's talk about these lady gladiators. First off, they were as rare as a unicorn sighting in a shopping mall. Seriously, you'd probably have better luck spotting Bigfoot at a fashion show. But when they did step into the sand, it was like adding a splash of glitz to the blood and gore. Picture this, the Colosseum, packed to the brim with Roman spectators, eagerly awaiting the next bout. The cheers are deafening, the excitement palpable, and in strides a female gladiator. What's she wearing, you ask? Well, not your average battle gear. These fierce ladies strutted their stuff in shiny armor, maybe a hint of gold, and feathers that would make even Vegas showgirls jealous. But it wasn't just about the bling-bling. The way they fought was pure entertainment. None of that heavy, clunky armor. They went for agility and style. They were like the ballerinas of the arena, pirouetting around opponents and gracefully dodging blows. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Female gladiator fights weren't just about battle. They were about luxury and indulgence. Roman elites weren't just there for the violence, they wanted the whole package. So these fights were often accompanied by lavish banquets, fine wines, and a general atmosphere of opulence. It's like attending a UFC fight at a 5-star restaurant. Chapter 7. Gladiators as male escorts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Male escorts? Gladiators? What's the connection? Well, buckle up, because this ain't your usual history lesson. Turns out, those sword-swinging, armor-clad warriors weren't just fighting in the arena. They were also getting up close and personal in some unexpected ways. Picture this. Ancient Rome, a bustling metropolis of desires and debauchery. Gladiators weren't just brawny fighters. They were the rock stars of their time, and they knew how to work their celebrity status. So, what did they do? They dabbled in a little side gig as male escorts. Imagine going to a gladiator match, cheering for your favorite muscle-bound combatant, and then discovering that he moonlighted as a date for hire. Yep, the gladiators offered more than just a sword fight. They offered companionship and intimacy. But there's a twist. They weren't exactly in control of their love lives. Gladiators lived in a world where their bodies belonged to others, and that included their romantic pursuits. Wealthy Romans would hire these fighters for protection and entertainment, and let's just say, sometimes things went beyond a simple guard duty. Now, you might be wondering, did these gladiators enjoy their job? Well, it's a tricky question. On one hand, they had a chance for some, adult fun, but on the other, they lost control over their own bodies. It was a double-edged gladius, you could say. And that's a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, then you're gonna love this one. Click the video on the screen right now and take a look. And as always, thanks for watching.